What's up, guys? It's your boy Chadifer. You've read the title of this video. You already know we're ranking every fairy type Pokemon based on design. Now, that's actually going to only include 14 different Pokemon because we're only doing Pokemon that are single type fairy or primary fairy type, which, if you don't know what that means, that basically means when it shows the two types, it has to say fairy first. If it says fairy second, they don't count. They're going to be in the list of a different typing video. So, especially because it's going to be so short, make sure you put your own lists down in the comment section below and tell me what you think about my list. You can call me stupid or ugly, whatever. Don't care. Let's get into the video, boys. Number 14. Alright, so as you can see, the Pokemon in last place for fairy types is Enamorous. And honestly, I don't know what I'm looking at here. The best thing I can compare this Pokemon to is like a Gay Grinch. I mean, this is pretty much just Gay Grinch, in my opinion. It's like it's like the fourth Landorus, Thundurus, or whatever the heck there is. Enamorous. You would think it would be like a girl version of the Pokemon, potentially, especially because of the color scheme and things like that, but, I mean, that looks like a dude in the face. I mean, that's a guy's face, in all honesty. It has, weird turtle, snake, fish thing form. Even worse than this. I mean, at least this, it does kind of match the Landorus and Thundurus and things, but it's just completely ugly. I mean, in all honesty, this would probably be bottom 5 out of all Pokemon. Like, if I did a list where it's literally every single Pokemon at once, this would be in the bottom 5. I mean, this thing is hideous. Quite literally just Gay Grinch. Let's move on to the next Pokemon. Number 13. Alright, we have Comfey. And the reason why Comfey is kind of low, I mean, it's not an ugly Pokemon. It's not like Enamorous. It's just very uninspiring. I think it's supposed to look like a lei, like a Hawaiian lei, potentially. Pretty sure this is like a Gen 7 Pokemon. That would make the most sense. It's just stupid. I mean, like, look at this. Look at this, guys. Just one part of it is a Pokemon, and the rest of it is quite literally just something that exists in real life. They just grabbed something that exists in real life and made one little fraction of it have a face on it, and they called it a Pokemon. It's so uninspiring. It's not cool at all. It's just stupid. This Pokemon's like, this Pokemon's just useless. It's a useless existence. It's just there because Gen 7 exists, I'd guess. But again, it's not an ugly Pokemon. It's actually somewhat of a pretty Pokemon, but that's because of it's not really a Pokemon at all. It looks like a Hawaiian lei, kinda. So they really can't get any points for this Pokemon. It's too uninspiring. Let's just move on to the next Pokemon. Number 12. Aromatisse. Now, this is another Pokemon that's pretty ugly. Wait a sec. Okay. Yeah, it's not as ugly as Enamorous, but this Pokemon is definitely really freaking ugly still. Aromatisse, I guess it's supposed to be like an aroma Pokemon. A perfume Pokemon. It's an abomination. Gay Gremlin. I mean, this is just Gay Gremlin. Fairy types are just ugly. Like, Fairy type is definitely, like, as a whole, one of the worst designed types for Pokemon in general. Here's it in the anime. It kind of looks just the exact same in the anime, I'd say. Pokemon Go, card art. I mean, look at this. What am I looking at? All right. Okay, we don't even need to talk about it. Just look at this picture. You know why this is down here. Number 11. Next up, we have Slurpuff. And yeah, it's just, again, not only are these Pokemon down here so ugly, it's just terrible design choices. Why do we need this food-based Pokemon? I mean, it's just stupid in my opinion. Everything about this Pokemon is stupid. I just think it's got a better design than Aromatisse because, like, I feel like it's less ugly and more derpy, and you'd rather your Pokemon be derpy than ugly. I mean, it can kind of be kind of cute. Like, this Pokemon's slightly cute, right? It's just a stupid idea, not cool at all, and it's still a little bit ugly, but there's charm to Slurpuff. This is the first Pokemon that I don't think the design's just straight up complete and utter awful. I just think it's mostly bad. Number 10. And I'm gonna take this part of the video to state that it's final evolutions only, and you might have realized that by now, but with it only being 14 Pokemon, right? Yeah, final evolutions only. And that's just for time management, I guess. And like if you do evolution lines, a lot of the ones in the same evolution line look similar, and it's hard to differentiate. And the second tier for for Pokemon that evolved twice, just always gonna be like bottom tier. Like they suck at making teenage Pokemon. So, but yeah, anyways, Dash Bun again. I feel very similar to Dash Bun as I do Slurpuff. It's just a better version of Slurpuff. It's a stupid idea. I hate food-based Pokemon. It's dumb as crap. It mostly just looks like a freaking normal dog. But, you know, it is differentiated enough from a normal dog. You can see the buns. And its design, like, if you're just looking at it from strictly, like, how it looks, it doesn't look ugly at all. It looks kind of good. It looks pretty cute. So, Dash Bun here, boys. Dash my Dash Bun, baby! Number 9. I'm just now noticing that, like, all the fairy-type Pokemon are food-based. This is probably... I'm looking at the list. Yeah, this is the best food-based Pokemon. This is just the best design, I think, for a Pokemon. I mean, it has to be above Dash Bun because Dash Bun just looks too much like it's uninspiring. It looks too much like a normal dog. This is completely their own creation, I would say, and it actually is just legitimately cute. Not ugly to look at all. It's just a good design. Like this looks sick. I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty good. It's just, you know, stupid idea because it's food based and it's only cute. It's not cool whatsoever at all. And, you know, I'm a dude, so I like cool stuff. So it's still lower on the list, but this is the first design where it's, like, hard to hate on it more than nitpickiness, basically. So, I mean, that's a good sign. Next Pokemon. 8. Gen 1 Pokemon, boys. Clefable. I just don't know what I'm looking at. I just don't know what this Pokemon's based off of. Let's like, look at the Pokédex entry for this Pokemon. Clefable seems to be based on fairies and pixies, since it is a playful magical humanoid creature with wings. It may also be inspired by the concept of extraterrestrial life due to its rumored celestial origins and wrinkly star-shaped body. It may also reference the mythical moon rabbit due to its large ears, various moon... So basically what I'm getting is not even the freaking Bulbapedia knows what the fuck this thing is. It's like, it could be this, could be that, could be this, could be that. Could also be this, though. Who knows? So yeah, and based off of these Pokemon entries... It does just seem like it's basically just supposed to be a fairy, so this is like the OG fairy Pokemon. I do remember there's like some weird anime episode with this Pokemon like that. I think it did maybe come from space, so it has interesting origins. And I guess it is, you have to give it points for sure for it just actually being based off of fairies in general as a fairy type Pokemon, but what they did with its design sucks, kind of. It's just... You know, it's like finally the first cool idea, right? This is the first cool idea, but I mean, look at this anime I mean, that is tragically derpy. Tragically derpy. That's overly derpy, in my opinion. So you can't give Clefable too many points because, again, you just don't know what you're looking at. But it's the best idea so far, and its design isn't terrible. So I do think there's, like, if I was going super strictly by design, this probably would have been lower. But I am taking into account, you know, the ideas behind the designs and things like that. So... and maybe some Gen 1 bias going on. So we put Clefable here. We can move on now. Number 7. Number 7. All right, next up we have Togekiss. And you might be wondering why Togekiss maybe isn't a little bit higher, because in some of these pictures, Togekiss looks pretty cool, right? You know, like in-game sprite Togekiss, that's pretty nice. I mean, that's decent. I mean, I don't quite know what I'm looking at. But, you know, the white, blue, and red color scheme's cool. It's kind of cute, you know. A little bit simple. It's definitely too simplistic to get too many points. But then you look at the anime adaptations, and it is an abomination. Oh, that one actually looks kind of cool. Okay, so this anime picture, you know, that's decent. But what really threw me with this Pokemon and why it's below some of the other Pokemon, it would probably be a few spots higher if it wasn't for these anime adaptations. That's ugly as crap. I mean, it's too big. It's too big. I thought it was smaller than this. And it's just, it looks a little too derpy. Like, what is that? I could have drawn that in kindergarten, boys. Literally could have drawn that in kindergarten. Number 6. Tinkaton. Now, Tinkaton, I showed my friend the list. He said Tinkaton should have been higher. My arguments against Tinkaton being higher is that Tinkaton looks like a freaking Digimon, bro. That is not even a Pokemon design, and that's the way I feel about a lot of Gen 9 is that they kind of just, like, straight up 100% changed their style to where it doesn't even feel Pokemon anymore. And Tinkaton is definitely one of those Pokemon. Doesn't even look like a Pokemon, doesn't feel like a Pokemon. It feels like it should be in frickin' Pal World with a frickin' machete instead of a hammer or something like that. So that's some points off for Tinkaton, but also it's just too girly for me. And you know, I mean, it's a tiny female with a giant hammer. It's a Pokemon that literally has its own. It comes out of the womb with a weapon. It's just kind of a stupid idea. It's just kind of stupid, isn't it? I mean, like, look, might as well just be a person. Like, I don't even know what to say about this Pokemon. I mean, come on, guys. This Pokemon's not that cool. Top 5, baby. Next up, we have Florges. And I really like Florges' design. I like that it's like a fairy grass type Pokemon. Yes, it does mostly just look like a flower, but I do think they differentiated it enough from a flower. You can 100% tell this is like a fairy, like a nature fairy. You know, so I like that. The part of the design that throws me off the most about this, and the only part that I think's not 100% up to my liking, is just the body shapes kind of throwing me off. That bend, a little creepy. But other than that, I think this is like the first design where it's like, okay, there's like basically nothing that I don't like about it. Even in the anime, it doesn't look too bad. Kind of looks the same. I mean, this is a cool looking Pokemon, and it feels like a Pokemon, unlike Tinkaton, which is why it is above Tinkaton. Tinkaton is a Digimon. Number 4. Potential hot take of the video, but up here we have Granbull, and I mean, it's not like probably the most boyish fairy type Pokemon. So you know, I'm a boy. Maybe we've got boy bias, but I mean, look at this art, dude. Granbull is so cool looking, in my opinion, at least for a fairy type. That card art sucks ass. Not okay. The card. Okay. You know what? Stop making Pokemon cards green. Okay, so no. Okay, I'm starting to regret my decision. A lot of these arts don't make him look cool. So I guess there's a lot of different types of Granbulls where he doesn't look as cool. But Granbull at his highest, at his peak, Granbull is a very good designed Pokemon. Yes, it's based off of a dog, but they super differentiated it from a dog. I mean, you can tell it's straight up a Pokemon. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Something about Granbull. I have like freaking nostalgia for Granbull or something. That's just cool. It looks like he's wearing a collar. That's a sick design choice. I mean, he looks like he's gonna beat your ass. I mean, it's Granbull, man, guys. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's Granbull. I like Granbull. That's a good design. Moving on. Number 3. All right. Sylveon not being number 1 is probably another pretty big, hot take, as the kids like to say. So, yeah. Sylveon is 6 fuck. This is where we're. So, what? We're at Sylveon. So, this is like, what? Top 3? From here on out, it's actually, like, probably top tier Pokemon designs. Like, these are like. These would be really high even if I included every Pokemon type of designs. Sylveon is a very sick design. There's no. At this point, you can't say anything bad about the designs. That's beautiful. That's an amazing design. I mean, that is straight up amazing. That's all I can say about that. Wearing the bow, the color scheme is amazing. Just everything about Sylveon is great. I mean, look at this. Look how cute that is. Perfect Pokemon for females. Perfect Pokemon for females. This, I mean, come on. I bet you every freaking female loves this fucking Pokemon, man. And even me as a dude, I can't hate on this. I mean, this Pokemon is cute as fuck. It's an Eevee. All Eevees have amazing designs, but Sylveon might even honestly have one of the better designs of the Eevees. I mean, Sylveon is just amazing. Strictly amazing. 2. Okay, so number 2, we have Zacian, and Zacian basically gets the cool buff over Sylveon. It's cooler than Sylveon. If it only always looked like this, I wouldn't have Zacian above Sylveon, but because Zacian can look like that, or like that, that's too cool for me, guys. The design is too good, and it basically goes above Sylveon because it's cool. It's cooler than Sylveon. Cool beats cute. Zacian is over Sylveon. Basically, how that thought process works. But, I mean, come on. There's no way you can hate on Zacian's design. It's strict, like, the Zacian versus Sylveon debate has to strictly be on would you rather cute or would you rather cool. Because there's no way you're hating on either design in any way, shape, or form. They're both just top-tier designs. All right. Last Pokemon. Number 1. Bye-bye. Number 1, we've got Xerneas. Putting respect on Xerneas. And for me, Xerneas is, again, just like Zacian and Sylveon, there's not a single thing you can hate on about Xerneas' design. But Xerneas gets the cool buff with Zacian, but it also gets the majestic buff. Which makes, like, I mean, I just imagine myself seeing a Xerneas in the woods and seeing a Zacian in the woods, and I'd be more awestruck by seeing a blue deer with rainbow colored antlers than a dog with a sword. If you kind of catch my drift there, it's just majestic. It manages it manages to be cool and beautiful at the same time. This picture just kind of quantifies it. This is probably the best picture I've seen of Xerneas. If you don't think Xerneas is the best after this, then you better be picking Sylveon or Zacian, or I don't know what you're smoking. This picture is amazing. Xerneas has a crazy good design. Alright guys, made it to this point in the video. Thanks for watching all of it. I love you guys. I love all my subscribers. Remember, comment section down below, put your own list. And next video for this, I mean, next video might be a Smite video, but next video for this series that I'm doing is going to be ranking all of the dragon types. Hopefully I'll see you there. Peace out.